Hey book lovers, welcome back to my channel, Book Just Reader. Have you ever read a story that just grabs you by the heart and doesn't let go? One that makes you laugh out loud on one page and then gets you all misty-eyed on the next? Today, we're diving deep into a story that does exactly that. Abby Jimenez's brilliant short story, The Fall Risk. If you're a fan of love stories that feel real, messy, and incredibly human, you are in for a treat. This isn't your typical fairy tale romance. So much more. Abby Jimenez has this incredible talent for writing characters that feel like people you actually know. They're flawed, they're funny, and they're navigating life's craziest curveballs. The Fall Risk is a perfect example of her magic. It's part of the acclaimed The Friend Zone series, but it shines so brightly on its own. This story throws us right into the lives of two people, Hawk and Hayden, who are brought together by the most unexpected and frankly precarious circumstances. Their journey isn't a smooth path. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and that's exactly what makes it so captivating. We're going to unpack all the layers today. The humor, the heartache, and the beautiful, complicated mess that is falling in love when everything feels like a risk. So, let's start by setting the scene. Hawk is dealing with a major life challenge. He's a guy who's used to being strong and in control, but an accident has left him in a position where he's forced to be vulnerable. He needs help, and that's where Hayden comes in. She's hired to be his live-in nurse. Right from the get-go, you have this dynamic of forced proximity and dependency. It's a classic romance trope, but Jimenez gives it a fresh, modern twist. The story immediately asks a powerful question. What happens when the person you presuppose to be professional with starts to feel like the one person you coo and live without? This setup is the perfect petri dish for exploring one of the story's central themes, the complexities of vulnerability and resilience in love. Hawk's situation forces him to let his guard down. He can't hide behind his usual strength, and this vulnerability is both his greatest struggle and his greatest asset in connecting with Hayden. For her part, Hayden isn't just a caregiver. She has her own walls up, her own past experiences that make her cautious. She sees Hawk's vulnerability, and it resonates with her own. This mutual sense of being exposed creates an incredibly powerful bond between them. It's a beautiful depiction of how true connection often is unfound when we at our strongest, but when we dare to show our cracks and our fears. Their resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about their ability to support each other, to find strength in their shared fragility. It's about being a fall risk, not just physically, but emotionally, and trusting someone to be there to catch you. Now you might think a story about a guy recovering from an injury and his nurse would be heavy and somber, right? Well, this is an Abby Jimenez story, so you'd be delightfully wrong. One of the most brilliant aspects of The Fall Risk is how humor is expertly woven into the heartache. The banter between Hawk and Hayden is top tier. It's witty, it's sharp, and it feels completely natural. Their conversations are filled with laugh-out-loud moments that provide a necessary release from the underlying tension. This isn't just for comic relief. It's a crucial part of their character development and their budding relationship. Think about it. Laughter is a form of intimacy. It's a way of saying, I get you, see you. For Hawk and Hayden, their shared sense of humor becomes a bridge over the awkwardness of their situation. It allows them to connect on a level that goes beyond patient and caregiver. It's in these moments of shared laughter, often at the most inappropriate times, that you see the walls between them start to crumble. This blend of humor and heartache makes the story so relatable. Life is rarely all tragedy or all comedy. It's a mix of both. By reflecting this reality, Jimenez makes Hawk and Hayden's journey feel incredibly authentic and emotionally resonant. You find yourself rooting for them, not just to overcome their physical and emotional obstacles, but to keep making each other laugh along the way. As the story progresses, it's clear that the challenges they face are what truly shape them. Hawk's journey of recovery is not just about his physical body, it's about his identity. He has to redefine what it means to be strong and what his future looks like. This forces a deep level of introspection and growth that he might never have experienced otherwise. He evolves from someone who likely prided himself on his independence to someone who learns the profound strength found in accepting help and leaning on another person. Hayden, too, is shaped by this experience. Taking care of Hawk pushes her outside of her comfort zone, challenges her professional boundaries, and forces her to confront her own fears about love and commitment. She's not just a passive character reacting to Hawk's needs. She has her own arc of development. The situation forces her to be brave, to take risks, and to decide what she truly wants for her own life. It's this mutual growth that makes their relationship so compelling. They aren't just two people falling in love. They are two people becoming better, more self-aware versions of themselves because of each other. Their shared crisis becomes the catalyst for their individual transformations, proving that sometimes our greatest challenges are also our greatest opportunities for growth. And oh, the romantic tension. Let's talk about it. The tension in The Fall Risk is a masterclass in slow burn romance. It stems directly from their precarious circumstances. There's an inherent power imbalance in a patient-caregiver relationship, and Jimenez navigates this with such skill. There are rules both spoken and unspoken that they shouldn't break. This creates a constant push and pull. Every lingering look, every accidental touch, every moment of shared vulnerability is charged with a should we or shouldn't we energy that is absolutely electric. Their personal barriers add another layer to this tension. Hawk is fighting feelings of inadequacy because of his physical limitations. He worries he can't be the partner Hayden deserves. Hayden, on the other hand, carries her own baggage and fears getting hurt, making her hesitant to cross that professional line, even as her feelings grow stronger. These internal conflicts are just as powerful as the external ones. The space between them is filled with unspoken desires and fears, and as a reader, you are on the edge of your seat, just waiting for one of them to finally break. It's this delicious, heart-pounding tension, born from their unique situation and personal insecurities, that makes their eventual connection so incredibly satisfying. Ultimately, The Fall Risk is a profound reflection on navigating fear and trust in relationships. Falling in love is always a leap of faith, but for Hawk and Hayden, the stakes feel even higher. Hawk has to trust Hayden not only with his physical well-being, but with his emotional vulnerability, which is a much scarier prospect. He has to trust that she won't see him as broken or less of a man. This is a fear that many people can relate to, the fear of not being enough for someone you care about. For Hayden, the journey is about learning to trust her own heart. She has to overcome her fear of getting hurt and trust that what she feels for Hawk is real and worth the risk. It's about trusting that this unconventional start can lead to a genuine, lasting connection. The story beautifully illustrates that trust isn't a one-time decision. It's a continuous process. It's built in small moments in a shared joke, a quiet conversation, a moment of comfort during a difficult night. Jimenez shows us that love isn't about eliminating fear. It's about finding someone you're willing to be afraid with, someone you trust enough to take that fall, knowing they'll be there to catch you. What truly sets this story apart is its intimate exploration of human connection during moments of crisis. A crisis has a way of stripping away all the pretense and nonsense of everyday life. It forces you to confront what's truly important. For Hawk and Hayden, being thrown into this high-stress situation accelerates their intimacy. They see each other at their worst, their most raw, and their most vulnerable. There are no fancy dates or curated online profiles. There is only the unfiltered reality of their situation. This forced intimacy allows them to forge a bond that is incredibly deep and authentic. They connect on a soul-deep level because they have to. They become each other's lifeline. Jimenez reminds us that sometimes the most profound connections are formed not in the easy, happy times, but in the trenches. It's in the shared struggle, the mutual support, and the quiet understanding that passes between two people in a dark moment that true, unshakable love is often born. The Fall Risk is a testament to the power of human connection, to not just survive a crisis, but to find beauty and love within it. So if you're looking for a romance that's more than just a sweet story, one that digs deep into the realities of love, vulnerability, and resilience, you absolutely have to read Abby Jimenez's The Fall Risk. It's a short story, but it packs the emotional punch of a full-length novel. It will make you laugh, it will make you cry, and it will leave you with a renewed appreciation for the messy, beautiful, and risky business of falling in love. If you want to experience this incredible story for yourself, I've got you covered. You can find The Fall Risk by clicking the Amazon link in the description box below. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's a perfect read for a cozy afternoon, and it will stay with you long after you've finished the last page. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk about this amazing story. What are some of your favorite romances that blend humor and heartache? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new recommendations. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more bookish content. Till next time, happy reading.